Welcome back to the Urban Bread Podcast, Birth of a Nation. I'm going to do a general reading today. At first, I didn't want this to be a love reading, but I pulled a few cards already, and it seems like it's turning out to be a love reading. So I want to give thanks to the Most High Mother and Father, to our spiritual team, to our angels and ancestors, and our cosmic family that watches over us. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this reading. So like I said, I didn't want it to be a love reading, but it seemed like it's turning out to be a love reading. So we're going to clarify some cards and see what the Spirit has to tell us. So the first card that came out was a spark. So it says, the spark between us is undeniable, so bright that everyone around us can see it. You are the miracle that entered my life and lit me from within. Look up at the stars tonight and know that I am under the same sky thinking of you. Okay, and the next card to come out was soon. Our reunion is imminent, and I am doing everything that I can to be ready for you. I am working hard on myself to become a better person for you. The next card to come out was our love is real, trust in us and in the guidance of the higher realms. Have faith that it is safe to love me as deeply as I love you. With these three cards coming out, it seems like this is from a past situation or a past lover. Like someone is trying to come back into your energy. I don't know what that's all about. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a few cards because right here is saying that, that they're doing everything to be ready for you, that they're working hard. So maybe somebody's trying to better themselves. So when they do come back into your energy or into union with you, that they'll be ready. I don't know what that's about, but we're going to clarify it because, you know, sometimes you got to just leave people where they at, but we're going to let the cards decide and see what's going on, okay? Just remember that we all have free will and you can re-invite an energy in. You can dismiss the energy, you know. You can continue to work on yourself as well. So the next card to come out was the High Priestess, and it came out in the upright. Just sacred knowledge, the subconscious. Next card to come out was the Three of Cups, and it came out in reverse. So the High Priestess is dealing with intuition, so, and feminine energy. Yeah, so then the Three of Cups came out, and it came out in reverse. So we have Cancer energy out there. We have water signs. Your intuition was probably on point about a certain person or a certain situation. And I'm looking at you are being celebrated right now, and maybe they're not. You know, they have isolated themselves. They're probably going through a dark night of the soul right now, you know, but obviously you're being celebrated for something, you know, but your intuition about whatever situation there was on point. And this person is probably in their head because you're being celebrated or something. Either that or they are going through, they're probably getting some alone time because there's a lot of gossip going around. Whatever situation you walked away from or was in, it's a whole lot of gossip around it. So we're going to try to clarify what the gossip is about. Because people are talking. Maybe people are talking about what you got going on right now, or they could still be talking about maybe some of your past things or maybe some people that you cut off. So the next card to come out was the Moon card, and it came out in reverse. Pisces energy out there. Yeah, somebody is dealing with a lot of insecurities. They were probably dealing with a lot of insecurities when they were in your energy, right? Because they're dealing with some inner confusion and emotions. They repressed emotions, okay? So, yeah, your intuition was probably right about somebody. If you were in a certain situation and you felt like somebody didn't give it their all, or maybe they breadcrumbed you, or maybe, you know, they misjudged you and it wasn't reciprocal. That person is in their head thinking about a lot of things. Your intuition was right. Your intuition was on point. If you felt like somebody was just pulling away from you or ghosting you or just, you know, maybe not being upfront about their true feelings and playing games, probably was trying to be a player. But that person now is in a little bit of regret but they're repressing their feelings. They're not really telling anybody right now. So they have a lot of inner turmoil, a lot of confusion, and I'm sure that they're going through the dark night of the soul, which means that they are reflecting on the things that they have done, and they're trying to figure themselves out, which is a good thing. But sometimes we have to move out of the way of certain people, you know, so they can feel that pain, so they could feel the absence, so they can feel the loss of your absence. And I feel like that's what you have going on with certain people. It doesn't always have to be a love connection. This could be in friendships as well, you know, that weren't reciprocal, that maybe you were pouring more into people than they were pouring into you. And the next card to come out was the Seven of Wands. You got fire signs out there, Sagittarius, yeah. Frustration, holding off, waiting, panic. Yeah, somebody wants you to really slow down. So obviously you're in your power right now, and somebody wants you to, they wish you didn't have that power. They wish you didn't have that confidence. They wish that you would just slow down and be delayed, because they're being delayed right now. They're being delayed and they're frustrated and they're panicking because they feel like you're going to be so far gone that they won't be able to reach you, or maybe they won't be able to spin the block no more, because maybe now you know your worth. And this could be for our divine masculine or divine feminine. It doesn't always have to be, you know, for our divine feminines out there, because men go through some of the same stuff too. But whoever was in your energy, they're frustrated right now and they're panicking because they feel like you have gotten too far out, or so far out that they're not going to be able to reach you. And when they try to come back around, you're not going to want it, because you have been in your power for so long, and you have been without them for so long that you're doing just fine. Like, you pretty much being celebrated right now. They want to join in their celebration, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe they missed that chance because they was being immature, and they weren't in touch with their own feelings, you know. Maybe being emotionally manipulative or something. I don't know. You would know better than me. So the next card to come out, ignoring, left on red, avoiding messages, giving the silent treatment. Yeah, you've been probably giving somebody the silent treatment, leaving on red, maybe getting some texts or some phone calls, you know, and you ignoring them right now. So they in their head about that. They panicking about that because you're not responding. You're probably not responding because you're tired of being on that karmic cycle. The next one, clout hungry, viral or nothing, lives for attention, make shit up for drama. Yeah, that card came out because the person, or maybe probably an ex-lover, ex-friend, they were definitely clout hungry. They like the tension, you know, they love drama, always a chaotic situation, and you ignoring them for good reason. You remove your energy from that situation for good reason, because this person just lives for drama, you know, and you're probably tired of that. And the only reason they really want to be around you is probably because clout, whatever you could do for them, or maybe how other people look at you. Sometimes people, they love the attention that you get, especially when they're with you. But when they're not with you, they're definitely in their head, because they're wondering, like, who's getting that attention now? Who's talking to you? You know, who you giving your time and energy to, and probably your sexual energy at most, you know. But yeah. Baby, let me tell you, I wasn't going to take this card, but it's coming out. See, you too busy winning right now. You too busy winning to look back. They probably think you're on your high horse right now and you don't have time for them. But everything that's going on right now, maybe that's going on in their life, was meant to happen. It was meant to go down that way, because that person was too much in their ego. That person lived for attention and drama. And that person is they kind of upset in their head because you're being celebrated right now. Maybe they should have celebrated you when you were in the energy, but they didn't. And you leaving them on red, baby. You ignoring them because you're too busy winning now. You have your own thing going on. You know, you have things going on for you right now. I'm sure positive things. Your life is headed in a more positive direction. And like I said in one of my other readings, you're glowing right now. And that person pretty much just want to be in your energy because of that. They don't want nobody else to really take part in whatever it is you got going on. And they hoping and praying that they can spin the block. So let me pull some more cards. I'm not going to take all them cards. I'm going to take the top one that came out. Bad karma. Oh, okay. Yeah. That person is receiving bad karma right now. So That's exactly what's going on. They're watching you glow up. They're mad because you're being celebrating. You ignoring them. You leaving them on red. They in their head because they wondering if you're going to let them spin the block. But they receiving their karma right now. Sometimes we have to move out of the way and let certain people receive their karma. Sometimes some of the karma was being built up, you know, even before you. Maybe it's things that they did to other people. You know, like I said, it could be friends. It could be lovers. But with these cards coming out about our love is real and soon we'll be together, I'm looking at it as a past karmic lover. You know, someone that's probably going through the dark night of the soul, somebody that you had to leave behind because they had to sit with themselves and figure life out for themselves, and they had to realize that they can't take people for granted, and they can't you know, you can't pour into somebody and they're not pouring back into you. So yeah, they're going through that karma right now. Karma is for everybody, baby. So the tower had to fall. You had to remove yourself, remove your energy so that person could finally receive that karma. And that's what's going on right now. And they don't really like it, and they're in their head right now. And they want you to come back around because they're hoping that you can alleviate some of that pain, and they want you to save them. We're not saving nobody. We're saving ourselves now. That's all you can do. So keep moving. You're moving forward. Like I said, you're too busy winning. They see it. I know they see it because I'm sure they're watching you. They always do. And like I said, male or female, but this is definitely dealing with a past lover. So I'm going to pull some more cards. This is my Urban Truth Oracle. I've also been using my Confessions of a Soulmate deck and my What's the Tea Oracle, okay, as well as the Classic Tarot deck. So let's see what this Urban Truth Oracle has to say. There goes ahead. Your ambition is expanding. You see opportunities clearly. You're ready for more. Yeah, you're going on. Like this card said from the What's the Tea Oracle, you're too busy winning. Bigger goals ahead. You have your eyes on the prize. You're not looking back. You know, you're very ambitious. Whatever you have going on is expanding, and you're seeing new opportunities clearly, and you're ready for more. You're not trying to go backwards, you know. You walking through that door right there. You're walking into new opportunities, maybe new relationships, new work partnerships. You are moving on. And that person is in their head, and I'm pretty sure they're feeling depleted and depressed, but they did it to themselves. They definitely did it to themselves. Next card to come out, Drama Magnet. Chaos gravitates towards you. Messy energy follows. Protect your emotional space. Yeah, this person is probably always in drama, always in some type of chaos, right? It seems like trouble and drama follows them. That's because they like it. They like the drama. They like the chaos, right? But you are being called to protect your space, protect your peace, protect your emotional peace, because mess seems to follow that person. But that's all the person was used to, and I can see why you probably pulled your energy back and why you're leaving them on red and why you're not responding. And maybe while you walking through that door onto something bigger and better, you know, those opportunities came back around for you again because it's just your turn. This is your season. And they were not meant to be a part of it. So they very upset right now. They grieving. They grieving the loss of you. They grieving the clout because that's what they was chasing. Mixed signals. They act warm then cold. You're left guessing their intention. The inconsistency. Yeah, you walked away from this person because they were inconsistent. They were inconsistent. They were up and down, hot and cold. Yeah. Sending you mixed signals. Probably had you in your head full of anxiety, not knowing which way to go, what to do. Yeah, that person was playing games. That's why they were sending mixed signals. They were definitely playing games. They definitely like the drama. They definitely like chaos. You know, they were probably being manipulative. I'm pretty sure they were probably telling half-truths. So you walked away. And now you are at peace. And now that you are at peace, they want to spin the block. So somebody wants to come back in your energy only to disrupt your peace. Only because they don't like what they see right now, which is you glowing up, which is you moving on, and which is you probably in a new partnership, you know, whether it's work-related or romantic. But for most of us, for the collective, we're in our new right now. We have already stepped into our new, whether it's our new job, our new home, whether you moved away from a certain place, whether you in a new romantic relationship. This is the new right now. And we've pretty much all walked into that. And if you haven't already, you are on your way. And that's why that person is nervous and in their head. The next card to come out, Money mindset shift. Your beliefs about abundance are evolving. You trust yourself to create more. Your value attracts resources. Yes, a lot of you have gone through an awakening, so you have changed your mindset and you are manifesting now. And because you changed your mindset and your way of thinking, there has been a shift. There has been a shift in your finances. There has been a shift in your reality. You know, you have shifted your perspective. You have shifted your environment, and your abundance is coming in. You have evolved. You trust yourself more. You trust your own intuition. Your creativity has come back. You know, you have worked on your solar plexus chakra, and a lot of you have healed your heart chakra and your sacral chakra, which is what you use to manifest and create. So yeah, you have shifted. You're on a different timeline, and this person, no matter how many times they try to spin the block, no matter how many times they try to call, text, or whatever, y'all are not on the same level anymore. You know, you have evolved, you have elevated, and that person, that's the reason. It's the reason that the person or certain people are not in your energy no more, because you are not in that place no more. You have moved on. Energetically, you have moved on. Level up season. So that's the next card to come out, was the level up season. Your mindset is changing there, and that's confirmation again. Your mindset is changing. New versions of you are emerging. You're ready for the next stage. Yeah, you're gone. You have left already. Okay, you're no longer in that energy. You are no longer dealing with people that are filled with drama and chaos. You are no longer dealing with people that are just clout hungry and they just want to be on your energy for whatever they can get from it. And they just, you know, people that live for attention. They can't stand on their own. They don't have their own mind. They let other people think for them. So you have walked away from that. And that's why they are upset. I'm going to get to let me try my What's the Tea Oracle again and see what's going on. This card came out. Impersonator. Wants your life. Copies your style. Obsessed with being you. This person is obsessed with you. That's exactly what's going on. They're probably watching you. They were wearing a mask the whole time. You know, that's why they couldn't really be their true, authentic self. But this person wants your life. You know, that's exactly. They want to be where you are right now. They want to be with you in the energy that you're in. They want to be on that timeline with you, but they haven't done the work. And when I say done the work, the mind frame, the mindset is still the same. They still think the same, that same stinking thinking. So it's kind of like people that they want to be with where you are, but they don't want to do the work. We have a lot of people out there that want everything to come easy, and they refuse to do the work. They refuse to change. They refuse to change their mindset. They refuse to change their way of thinking, and they want everything handed to them. And a lot of those people, they will come and try to be in your energy for everything that they can get from you, so they can benefit from you. I don't care if it's benefiting from you financially, benefiting from you emotionally, you know, just want to be in your energy because you exude a lot of light. And they always attracted to light. A lot of times empaths and people that walk in light, you attract all of these dark entities and energies, and people just want to feed off of you. So we have to learn to recognize that as well. But the person is obsessed with you. They're watching everything that you do. That's why they probably keep calling and texting. Drama. Yeah. And I pulled this card before, and even though it talks about car trouble, which some of them may be having car trouble. They may be running from the repo man or whatever, you know, not having enough money to fix certain things. But I always asking for a ride, car drama, they come out. But I feel like for this is because you repoed your energy, like I said once before, you know. Yeah, and they up probably having nightmares. They thinking about the things that they should have done when you were in their energy. But it's a little too late now. It's too late. The next one was to come move in silence. Okay, so you've been called to move in silence. This card, I could read it two ways. It could be for you to move in silence, or it could be that this person had a lot of hidden secrets. You know, they had a lot of things that they weren't telling you. You know, maybe you had somebody in your energy, or like a friend or a lover that was very sneaky, you know, that was always trying to hide things from you, always hiding the truth, never telling the full truth. I said that earlier, that you probably was dealing with somebody that was telling half truths, and that's because they were emotionally immature, you know. But you're too busy winning right now. So if I were you, I would keep ignoring that person, because that person is going through some delays right now because they are dealing with karma, and the karma that they created for themselves. Okay, they frustrated right now, they panicking right now because they feel like they probably, I'm sure they know in their heart that you're done. You're not gonna take them back. So I'm gonna pull a couple more cards, and like I said before, stay in the energy that you're in. Don't let nobody disturb your peace. You know, keep winning. These people that want to spin the block, baby, it's too late because you're moving on. Okay, boss daddy, stable, rich, business owner. Okay, big dick energy. Yeah, you sitting on your throne. Okay, baby, you a boss right now. You know, some of y'all out there are business owners. Stay in that energy. Don't let nobody come back, because the last card at the bottom was drama starter. Stirs the pot, always in the middle, loves the chaos. And that clarifies it. You walked away from somebody because they were very chaotic. They were always stirring the pot. They were always in mess. They was always bringing drama to you, whether it's family, friends, or co-workers, and you just got tired of it. You removed your energy. You're moving on. You're winning. They're too busy watching you. You know, you ignoring them. You leaving them on red, and for good reason. So if I were, and oh, one more card, it's the last card, crying over you. Okay, still not over it, watching your post, pretending they're fine. Yeah, they probably up at night crying, right? Because they missed out on a good thing. They fumbled you, okay? They're not over you, but you, on the other hand, you have moved on. You have stepped into your new, you know, whether it's a new job, new relationship, new work partnerships, you know, new businesses that maybe you started. You're not looking back. So my thing to you is to keep going. Don't look back. Don't spin the block, because they were left back there for a reason. You have elevated now, and it wouldn't make sense for you to dumb yourself down and double back for somebody that you know hasn't done the work, okay? That's my message for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, only take what resonates, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you.